Croeso, pnawn da. Croeso i Estyn yn fyw ar yr adroddiad blynyddol. So a warm welcome to this Estyn Live, another in the series, and today we're focusing on the annual report. Bit of housekeeping before we start. If you just logged in, part of the webinar will be in Welsh, so we have English language interpretation available. To enable this, if you click more, which is the three little dots, click on language and speech, choose the language, and then choose the language to listen to, which will be English, and that will allow you to pick up the English translation when Welsh is spoken. So if you've got any problems with that, just let us know. So, a beth sy'n unigryw am Estyn yn fyw yw'r ffaith eu bod nhw'n rhyngweithiol. Felly, os oes gennych chi cwestiwn, mae croeso chi roi nhw yn y bocs Q&A ar drop eich sgrin unrhyw bryd. Felly, unrhyw cwestiynau, jyst rhowch nhw yna. Gobeithio gen i amser o'r diwedd i ateb, ond os gen i ddim, dyn ni yn ateb pob cwestiwn sy'n cael ei ofyn. Felly, croeso, diolch am ymuno ni heddi. Ddo, wnaethon ni gyhoeddi ar y adroddiad blynyddol. Ac ynddo fe, oedd negeseuon positif am y fath o beth dyn ni'n gweld o gwmpas ysgolion, colegau ac ymhobman yn Cymru ar draws pob dydd wrth i ni fynd allan. Ond hefyd, oedd yn canolbwyntio ar ambell i beth, ambell i her, mae rhaid i ni ganolbwyntio arno yn y dyfodol. Felly, heddi, fe glywon ni tipyn bach y beth o'r adroddiad ei hun. Fe glywon ni tipyn bach y beth beth sydd yn yr adroddiad gan Jasa a Claire, a na i sôn tipyn bach y beth yw'r y fath o cymorth dyn ni'n cynnig ar sail yr adroddiad blynyddol i chi fel pobl sy'n gweithio yn y maes. Felly, i ddechrau, os ewn ni'r sleid, yr ail sleid, mae un o'r pethau dwi wedi bod yn trio wneud y 3-4 mlynedd diwethaf yw sicrhau bod y adroddiad blynyddol yn mwy hygyrch. Fel falle bod chi wedi clywed pan dwi'n mynd mas yn siarad i gynulleidfaoedd, dwi wastad yn gofyn faint o bobl sydd wedi darllen e. Fi'n cofio record oedd nes i siarad i tua 400 o bobl yn y gogledd a un person roedd i law i fyny, a nes i prynu peint i'r person ni wedyn ni. Nawr gobeithio mae mwy o bobl yn gwrando yn darllen y peth. Ond dyn ni wedi gweithio'n galed iawn i wneud e'n mwy hygyrch, chyncio fe mewn i sectorau, wneud e mwy blaen, fel bod chi sy'n brysur yn gallu darllen a gobeithio elwa. So, cronodebau byr, hygyrch, sori, mae'r slides yn rhedeg o flaen fi fan hyn. Os ewn ni nôl 2 sleid. Diolch yn fawr. So, beth yw e? Dyn ni'n, ddim yn siŵr os chi'n deall, ond dyn ni'n gwneud mwy na 400 o legiadau pob blwyddyn. Felly mae yna tomen o waith di mynd tu ôl y peth. A beth ni'n trio wneud, yn hytrach na jyst pigo mas beth sydd ddim yn gweithio, yw tynnu sylw at arfer gorau, achos mae'n lot o arfer gwmpas y wlad, yn herio tan perfformio wrth gwrs, ond mwy na dim yn cefnogi gwerthiant dros ddysgwyr dros Cymru. Sleid nesaf, chwilio. A dyma Kiplin, os ewch chi mewn i'r wefan, dyma ble welwch chi. Dyna ni wedi chyncio fel an fel ni weid, rhagair, cynradd, uwchradd, ac i bob sector mae yna benod, felly allwch chi mynd mewn yn syth a ffindio mas be bydd angen. A mae yna QR code ar y top fyna, jyst i, os chi moyn cymryd llun o fe, neu sgan gyflym efo ffôn, jyst i fynd mewn i'r adroddiad ei hun, wrth gwrs mae fewn o safle Estyn. Nesaf, sa'ch chi'n A mae hwn yn rhan o strategaeth dyn ni wedi bod yn rhedeg i sicrhau bod holl waith Estyn yn fwy hygyrch a bod y gwaith bod ni'n cynhyrchu yn haws i chi i ffindio, i ddeall, a trwyddo ni, dyn ni wedi gwneud podlediadau, dyn ni wedi gwneud astudiaethau achos a fideos o arfer orau. A dyn ni wedi gwneud cyfres o sgyrsiau. Dyw rhain heb setio'n tafarn, fi'n addo i chi. Ond dyn ni wedi cymryd penodau a wneud sgwrs amdano nhw efo pobl o'r proffesiwn i ni ddeall yn union beth sy'n mynd mlaen. A dyma unwaith eto QR code os chi eisiau edrych mewn i hwnna. OK, sleid nesaf, os ych So, dwi'n mynd i handro drosodd nawr i Jasa sy'n mynd i sôn tipyn bach y byti y themau trosbynciol dyn ni wedi wneud eleni, a wedyn dewn ni Estyn croeso i Claire fydd yn mynd trwyddo beth sy'n bod yn digwydd yn ywedig yn ein ysgolion ni. Felly Jasa, draw i ti.
Diolch Owen, prynhawn da pawb. Dyma'r trosolwg o'r ein themau trawsbwnciol. So enghraifft effaith arwainyddiaeth ar addysgu, datblygu dysgwyr fel feddylwyr annibynnol a'r darpariaeth ar gyfer dysgwyr Egyptian, Roma a theithwyr. So mae'r themau yma yn ein helpu i weld patrymau sy'n dod i'r amlwg ar draws y system gyfan. Maent yn ein helpu i ddeall pam mae y patrymau hyn yn parhau a ble mae arferion dar yn gwneud y gwahaniaeth mwyaf. Rydym yn ei defnyddio yn arbennig i rannu ein tystiolaeth. Mae'n mesur rydym wedi hadnabod gyda'n gilydd fel rhai sydd angen i wella. So dych chi'n gallu gweld yr adroddiad bob un o'r themau yma ar ein wefan hefyd. Slide nesaf. So roedd un enghraifft o'r themau trawsbynciol eleni, roedd yr effaith gynllunio ar gyfer llythrennedd ar fedrau darllen, ysgrifennu a llafaref mewn Saesneg a Chymraeg. A dych chi wedi clywed gobeithio ddoe bod hyn ydy un o'r pethau ni wedi blaenoriaethu fel ardal mesur i wella'r yn yr adroddiad. So mae'r adroddiad yn llawn exemplau gwerthfawr gan ddarparwyr ble mae ffocws strategol a ddiwylliant darllen yn sicrhau fod disgyblion yn datblygu ac yn cymhwyso ystod eang o strategaethau darllen yn annibynnol. So, darllenwch yr adroddiad am enghreifftiau, enghraifft Ysgol Gynradd Lansdowne, Ysgol Uwchradd Ffitzallen ac Ysgol Uwchradd Bishop Vaughan. So, mynd ati. Slide nesaf. So, un o'r themau eraill, as Owen mentioned, we're also trying to bring evidence to life a little bit more in the annual report. And one of the cross-cutting themes this year was the support for pupils from Gypsy, Roma and traveller communities. And we know that these pupils are one of the groups of pupils who routinely have lower attendance and poorer outcomes. We know that support remains too inconsistent, but what we wanted to do was to really unpack what was working. And what we found was that where provision was most effective, schools fostered a strong culture of inclusion and anti-racism, built trust in relationships with families, and adapted curriculum and support strategies to reflect cultural heritage and meet individual needs. Effective partnerships with local authorities and traveller education services played a key role in improving attendance, engagement and outcomes. And schools that really succeeded prioritised professional learning, embedded that community voice and used data to tailor provision. So please take time to look at the short video case study that we produced about some of the fantastic practice happening with pupils in the community in Westmont School in Torfaen. Slide next. Okay. And when our cross-cutting themes are read together with our sector reports, we can really see that strong practice does exist in providers across Wales. And this is particularly true where relationships are positive, safeguarding is secure, and learners feel safe, supported, and valued. These foundations are evident in nearly all sectors and underpin positive levels of engagement and well-being. We've seen the impact of providers who build purposeful, community-focused education, with particularly effective examples in maintained special schools such as Ysgol Gogarth in Conwy and Greenfield School in Merthyr Tydfil. The message is consistent, where leaders know their provision well, set high expectations, use evidence intelligently and align professional learning to what really needs to improve. Outcomes are stronger. Where self-evaluation is superficial or compliance-driven, progress is slower and uneven. Over to you, Claire.
Thanks, Jessa. So we're going to turn to Claire now, who's going to talk a little more about schools in particular and tease out some of the great stuff, but also some of the things that we'd like to look at. Claire.
Diolch, Owen. Gwrandadau. No one in the profession would argue that teachers and teaching matters most. Teaching quality remains the strongest driver of learner outcomes. And where teaching is effective, learners make secure progress. They develop their confidence, they develop their skills, and are better prepared for learning, training, and eventually employment. In this year's annual report podcast, we feature the work of schools and apprenticeship providers. Really interesting podcasts, so please take a look at these. And they all focus on how leaders have secured high quality teaching in their providers through collaboration and professional learning. However, the impact of teaching remains uneven for too many learners. Too often, strong practice is isolated rather than embedding, meaning that learners' experiences rely heavily on where they learn, who teaches them, and how effectively provision is led and evaluated. Improving the quality of teaching remains a key focus for us in Wales. Another message in this year's annual report, next slide, is that across Wales, many learners make sound progress, particularly where there are supportive environments where learning is adapted to their needs, but also to their own interests. But progress does vary noticeably between and within sectors. Two of the most significant concerns across all sectors are the outcomes for learners from low-income homes and those with additional learning needs. We find that inclusion is strongest where provision is well coordinated and supported by effective multi-agency working. In our report, I think Jas has mentioned it as well, there's a great example from Torfaen where the local authority is working with Westmont School. And of course, we still have the challenge of attendance and persistent absence. And this remains a significant barrier for many learners. And the strategic use of attendance data to improve outcomes is often underdeveloped. So there's quite a few challenges there across the system. Over this last year, we've had a really strong emphasis on literacy. And you'll find quite a lot of helpful information on our website. There's a lot about literacy in the annual report and our Early Insights report, but also there are thematic reports, more Estyn Lives and podcasts. Now, what we've seen this year is where we see the strongest schools make good progress in literacy, they make it a shared responsibility right across the school. It's not treated as a discrete subject or the work of just the English department, but they make it everybody's responsibility. And often in the strongest schools, they develop a curricula with clear progression in reading, writing, listening and oracy. But where we see planning that lacks clarity, an assessment that is under development, pupils' literacy progress is limited. This is particularly concerning for learners from low-income households, so early identification and intervention are critical. In post-16, learners there face higher literacy demands, but where we see strong literacy provision in post-16, learners are more confident, more resilient, and better prepared for employment and further study. Next to teaching, of course, leadership is the next most important contributor to pupil learning and progress. In our strongest providers, strong moral leadership that enables high quality teaching results in improved learner outcomes. But there is currently too much variation across Wales, and where leadership is weaker and self-evaluation lacks rigour, this hinders improvement. So that leads me on to an opportunity. The opportunity that is presented by the Curriculum for Wales. This was the first time in almost a generation that teachers had the opportunity to create a curriculum to meet the needs of their own learner and in their own context, and the reform is showing real promise. However, the successes of the individual school's curriculum is dependent on coherence, clarity, collaboration, the quality of teaching, and high expectations for all learners. We don't have time this afternoon to unpack that in more detail, but I just wanted to remind you that we've already published a thematic report on teaching the curriculum for Wales. And alongside that, there's a short 30-minute Estyn Live that goes into the detail, and both are available on our website. Diolch.
Diolch, Claire. Okay, so those are the headline findings really for the past year. As I said, please have a look at the website and dip into your sector. But one of the questions I think that we always need to answer as Estyn is, so what are we doing? We're part of the system. We're all engaged in trying to improve learning, whether it's in schools, colleges, or wherever. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about what we're doing, hopefully, to support the various sectors we work with to improve. So the first thing is, I think, there is still value in independent scrutiny with a constructive focus on improvement. And that word improvement really is what we're looking for. We're not looking to belittle. We're not looking to find fault. We're looking for ways to improve what we see. And one of the things that we've done, which has been a significant change in this framework, of course, is for the majority of sectors we work with, we've now introduced the link inspector visits, and also newer again, the interim visits, where historically you might not have seen us for 8 or 9 years, which may have suited you, but that is an awful long time not to have a visit. So to break down, that time period and really to help us build relationships, we've introduced interim visits. As more of a supporting environment where we come in, we have a look, perhaps look at your previous recommendations, but also increasingly we have time to look at things that you might want us to look at. And that's really a vehicle for us to build that relationship, something that's slightly less high stakes, and hopefully can help you improve things. Next slide, please. And one of the things that you may have heard about in the press yesterday, there was an awful lot of focus on reading. Now, we've got to be honest, if you look at PISA, if you look at personalised assessments, if you look at a number of indicators, we are not where we should be on literacy and reading in particular, which is why we announced that we're working towards next September, introducing an additional focus really on all our activities, whether it's core inspections, whether it's interim visits, whether it's thematics, obviously in the annual report itself. We'll be looking at reading, and all the ideas we produce, we always test them quite rigorously with the sectors we work with. So you won't be surprised that through head teacher reference groups, through post-16 reference groups, that we've tested our ideas to make sure that they're suitable and they're likely to lead to good, positive change. So please have a look out for what we're going to be doing. Last week, one of our colleagues, Liz, did an excellent podcast on what that meant and some of our thoughts about what we were looking for in reading. So please have a look at that if you'd like to find out more. Next slide, please. If you want to register for updates, if you want to find out what's going on, because we are producing quite a lot of stuff every month now, there'll be a new podcast or a course or something focusing on a specific area. Please do register for updates to keep you up to date on what we're doing, but also to give you podcast alerts if you need those. Next slide. And just to give you a flavour of what's been going on and what will be going on, and remember these are always stored for you to watch. We've done a number of podcasts, including trying to demystify the inspection process. If you haven't been through one, what does it mean? And that's from two sides. One, from our point of view, what are we looking for? But also from your point of view. We had two discussions in Welsh and in English on how did it feel to go through an inspection. Every day is a bit different. What are the emotions? What are the stresses? What are the strains? And how is it best to cope and present yourselves in these? We looked at reading, as I said. We looked at mathematics, something else which is highlighted. Something that's been, in the press quite significantly is behaviour. We've looked at that in further education. And one of the things, obviously, we're very passionate about is trying to challenge, really, the impact of poverty in education. So, a few things to look forward to, but also a number of resources that are already out there. There's a QR code there, as ever, if you'd like to have a look at any of those. Next slide. And next slide, please. And we do Estyn Lives. So every now and again we do something like this, which is interactive. They're all pretty interactive, to be honest. But we'll get various people, rather than having a conversation on things, we'll be looking at specific topics and presenting. So again, every month there will be something that we'll be focusing on, something that hopefully is of interest, something that hopefully is of value. And if there's ever a subject that you think, oh, it would be really good if you could give your opinion or discuss this, we'd be really happy to hear from you and to try and organise something of that ilk. So I think we'll probably finish there. Diolch am wrando. We've got a bit of time for question and answers. This is normally the point where everyone puts their hands on the floors. So if there's any questions, please ask them. But if os cyn swyl, if you're a bit shy and you want us to answer any specific questions, please, as ever, just get in touch with us. You know, we're pretty accessible. We're out and about a lot. The three of us get out to schools, colleges, almost on a weekly basis, actually. So unless there's any questions come in, you're letting us off lightly here. Right, I'll stop there then. It's Thursday, you've been busy, you've probably had a long day. Diolch o galon i chi am ymuno ni heddi. Ni yn gwerthfawrogi fe, a ni yn gwerthfawrogi y ffordd parod i chi wedi weithio dyn ni dros y flwyddyn hefyd. Felly, diolch o galon, thanks ever so much for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you out and about. Diolch yn fawr.
Diolch pawb.